3.5 months, 32-year-old Yonas Fikre was tortured by the Secret Service of the United Arab Emirates. He states for Swedish television that this was by order of the American authorities. Now Yonas has sought political asylum here in Sweden. This is very unusual because Yonas is an American citizen.
They will put you flat on the ground with your feet raised, and they will beat you on your bottom feet with this plastic baton. Non-stop until you cannot walk anymore. And then they make you stand up on the sore feet. You know, no matter who you hate, no matter what that person does to you, I cannot imagine torturing my enemy as bad as I was tortured.
For 106 days, Yonas Fikre was held captive in the prison of the Security Service of the United Arab Emirates. He tells us that he was tortured and interrogated, day and night. Now he's seeking asylum in Sweden. But how did he end up here? Let's go back a little more than 1 year. In the spring of 2010, Mr. Fikre is visiting relatives in Sudan. In April, he is summoned to what he believes to be a meeting at the American embassy. But instead, 2 FBI agents interrogate him for several hours. They question him about the mosque that he attends back home in Portland and about the imam there. The US law enforcement suspects that the imam can be linked to terrorism.
They made it clear to me there's a case that's taking place in Portland, Oregon, and that they needed me to help them solve this case. Basically, they wanted me to be an FBI informant.
Mr. Fikre finds the agents threatening. If he refuses to cooperate, they say he won't be allowed back to the USA. Because his name is now on the US no-fly list. This is at least what the agents tell him. But if he cooperates, the agents can have Mr. Fikre removed from the list.
I was tricked to come in to speak with an FBI. At the same time, now I'm being bribed in order to get off the no-fly list. I refuse. I said no.
Swedish television has tried to pose questions to the United Arab Emirates, the FBI and other American authorities, but we have not got any answers. But we do know that Yonas Fikre has no prior convictions in the US.
The week after the meeting with the FBI, one of the agents sent Mr. Fikre an email.
I have memorized this email like it's my favorite song. It says, while we hope to clear out the issues that we keep on hearing about, the choice is yours to make. The time to help yourself is now. I took it as a threat, to be honest with you. The time to help yourself is now.
Yonas Fikre does not feel safe in Sudan anymore, but because of the no-fly list, he cannot return back home to the US. Instead, he travels to the United Arab Emirates. There, he is arrested by the Security Service on June 1st, 2011. The 3.5 months after that, he spends on a cold cell floor under bright lights. With eyes covered, he's severely beaten during incessant interrogations. A task performed by order of the FBI, according to the team of lawyers that represent Mr. Fikre.
I think it's completely obvious. He was not questioned to any degree about the activities that he was doing in the United Arab Emirates. Most of the questions focused upon the Portland Mosque, Sheikh Mohammed, the leader of the mosque.
Fridays, what does the man talk about, the local clerk? Who does the fundraising there? It's the same question that the FBI asks in Sudan.
Now, I cannot figure any law enforcement or other justifiable query that the UAE might have about those types of questions. Clearly, the UAE was acting as a surrogate, as a proxy for the FBI and American law enforcement agents. That's why my client was put in prison and tortured.
Är det trovärdigt att det är så?
Ja, absolut. Det har de gjort i många andra fall, i Irak och på andra ställen, där man har både amerikanska privata företag och man har inhyrda, så att säga, från andra länder som gör de här smutsiga arbetena.
Varför har vi inte hört någonting om det tidigare i Sverige, att även amerikanska medborgare drabbas på det här sättet?
Därför att det är ganska ovanligt. Det har inte skett tidigare, utan det har skett under senaste tiden.
What was worse is the psychological and the stress positions they would put you in. He would put me on this position that you cannot bear it anymore, and you just pass out or you fall down. And if you fall down, they would beat you for falling down. So you must stand up. And on top of that, they guarantee you will never see your family. Nobody knows that you're in here.
But Mr. Fikre has nothing of interest to share with the interrogators, and eventually they grow tired. On September the 15th, he's deported to Sweden, where he's got relatives.
Pushed me into the airport, into the plane, and that was it.
According to a number of testimonials, the FBI will use extortion and allow friendly states to interrogate American citizens, in some cases using torture. Mr. Fikre is now hoping to be granted asylum in Sweden. He fears he will be persecuted following deportation to the USA. The decision of the Bureau of Migration is expected shortly.
Have you done anything to give American authorities any reason to put you on a no-fly list?
Refusing to be an FBI informant, I guess, could put you in that position, and the no-fly list, I guess, that's the only thing that I can imagine that I've done. Had I done any criminal activity, why would they even let me go and do this to me when I'm outside? So I asked them, what did I do? Why am I on there? They told me they didn't do anything. They assured me that it's not about me. So I cannot imagine what I have done